Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be planting some Florida King peach trees and some brown turkey fig trees. So I bought these trees at a flea market here in South Alabama. They came with these instructions for planting, but I'm also going to follow some YouTube videos and some things that I've read about planting peach trees. First thing, we're going to remove this tie, and then we'll get into the actual bag, where there is some sort of mulch and hydrating refuse around it to keep it alive. And we're gonna dunk it in this bucket. And let's go. Take him off, and inside you can kind of see that mixture. It's a little bit of soil, but mostly mulch. We'll be pulling that out and dunking in the bucket. And you see, kind of went everywhere with the mulch. It is mostly bare root from where we got it. You can see there. And we're going to be mixing in some compost and stuff to try to make sure that these stay alive. Now, when you're digging your hole, you want to make sure it's at least twice as big as the root system that you're using. That way, the roots can go into the soil and don't run into a brick wall just as soon as they're spreading out for the first time and growing. Now for this project, I'm going to be using some black cow composted manure. It is helpful when you're planting fruit trees to be able to make sure that it has the nutrients it needs by using some sort of organic compost or all natural composted manure. You don't want to overdo it though, because you want the roots to spread out into the natural soil. So you want to have a good mix with the natural soil that you have that you're planting it into, and also the compost. You see, it's nice and rich and dark compost that we're putting in here. I'm just gonna put some in here. I'll put some in the dirt that we're going to be replacing, and we're just gonna mix that around with the shovel, and we'll make sure that the root system is going to be adapted to the soil, and it's going to be nice and fertilized and have everything it needs. Now with planting bare root trees, you want to make sure that they sit in the soil up to where their root line is. So if you can see here, see the roots go all the way up till about here where this juncture is. Now this juncture is probably where a cutting was taken and it's been grafted on like it's done with a lot of fruit trees. So we want to make sure this is above the soil, but this root system is going to be below it. So we want it nice and even. Now a good way to tell where your soil is going to fill into is just stretch your shovel across the hole, and then you can take the tree, the plant, and then just compare it to where the shovel is. This is where it's going to be level and where the dirt's going to fill back to. As you can see, we've got a pretty good level there. So we can begin filling now. Now I left the tree in the bucket to soak for about 15 minutes. Some folks leave it in there a little bit longer. Some folks just kind of splash and dash. So I just went with kind of in between 15 and 30 minutes, I think is good. I was off camera, I mulched the bottom of the tree and gave it a big bucket of water. You can see it drained out pretty quickly. So got that. So I'm going to come back later and give it some more water. I planted some more trees, but there it is, my Florida King peach tree planted in. Now you do want to make sure that it's in some well-drained soil. Peach trees like it to drain out pretty quickly. They don't like to sit in water. And make sure to mulch the bottom pretty well. And there we go. Should have fruit come in the coming spring or the spring after that. I'm not 100% sure how old these are, but they are a quick fruiting breed. Now we're going to start planting my brown turkey fig tree. I've already planted a few of these. The process is pretty similar to the peach tree, but I'll go ahead and show you what it is. We have our fig tree out of our packaging. It's bare root also. You can see the root system there is a little bit more developed than the peach tree. The previous fig trees that I've planted have had more roots on it than that. But this one should be okay. It's still got plenty of good roots. We'll get it in some nice compost and it should grow. So once again, I have my hole dug about twice the size and about 4 or 5 inches more deeper than the plant itself will go. And we'll get it in there. It's going to be pretty much the same process as the peach tree, and I'll get back when we're finished. All right, there you go. There is a fig tree all planted and ready to go. In about 2 months or so, it should start growing new branches and leaves and things. And then maybe a year and a half from now, we should start getting figs.